you today? Good, good, fine. I'm learning sign language very, very slowly. And it's nice. It's nice to meet you. And I'm K K K R I S T I N A. This is the Deluise book series where we read about books and talk about books. No special effects going on here. If you could please like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. I just finished a video on my Amazon book haul. All my Amazon surprises in the mail today. And I did these books, but I thought I would come back and do a little more explaining. These are my books. I've mentioned it previously that I compiled and transcribed and then edited, printed out, hole punched, did the binding, and then a local genealogy lady who had connections to libraries did the selling. And I did 34 books in about a 10-year period of time. I sort of wish I would have quit a little sooner than I did because of my financial situation, but it was a dream. And when I started it, it was really hot. I had a website. It was www.nyva genealogy, GENEALOGY at homestead.com. And it was a huge website. And in the beginning, when I first did it in the early 2000s, it was explosive. I was getting 10,000 views plus a month. And then I had New York genealogy on it, and I had Virginia genealogy on it because I'm a New Yorker. And I know how hard genealogy records are in New York. It's just pulling teeth to get some stuff out of there. And I'm sorry I'm not back up there because there was a lot of stuff that I didn't learn till it was too late. Because there's a lot of stuff that you need to be able to go physically to the place in New York to do the genealogy research. And it's just so frustratingly hard in New York. And I came down here and the records were just like right there. So I just wanted to be able to share with everybody that couldn't make it here. And so I did that. And like I said, the website was hot. It was huge. If I'd done this publishing way back then, I would have cleaned up. But it wasn't. I started this project about 2010. And by the time I actually got going, Amazon and Family Search had started up. And it was just, I went from getting 10,000 views a day to nobody, zero views for 7 years. Zero, literally zero. Every once in a while, out of the blue moon, I would get a request for a lookup or something, because I used to do free lookups. I had gathered all this information. I've now disposed of it all. But I had all these different records, and I had them. But I've gotten rid of most of them. So anyways, I did and these are the old. I should get a new one, but I don't know where a new one. I don't have too many copies of my original. So there you go. So I compiled and transcribed the City of Norfolk marriage records. And like I said, I printed and I hole punched and I spiral bounded. And these were the first ones. And A professional publisher came to me last year and offered to do them. So they're now available on heritagebooks.com. And there's even a little blurb on the back. And these books are different now. This is what it looks like. This is the old one. This is the original one. I changed it to a gold one in the later years, but that's the original. But the new one is gold, but they only would do it in black and white. So if you see my Deluise book series, that's in gold, and that's in gold. But I did in each one of these books, and I'll show you in the last one, they allowed me to insert maps. I didn't insert them all. The original books have a gazillion maps in them. These only have a couple. And then they have the marriage license samples. The 50 books have the minister's return. What a minister's return looked like here. And then a marriage bond. This is a marriage bond. This is what it looked like in the actual marriage bond book. And this one, this page was included because they're African American. They were free. So one is the marriage bond, and then one is a statement documenting the fact that they had documents saying they were free, because this is before the Civil War. And this is one of the very first marriage licenses for the City of Norfolk. And then we did where's 1860. Where's mine? Where's mine? I just had it. That's 80. 60's got to be the one on the floor. Yeah. This was in red. It should have been in blue, but this is why I kept this copy, because I put the wrong cover on it. So this was 60, and this is one of the older ones. It's got the purple, but see, I did the marriage license. It's easier to show it this way. And this one has this marriage license. It looks a little bit better in the book here, but this one had 3 dates on it. The date they applied for the license, the date they actually got married, and the date that the minister, the license was filed with the city records. So that is there, and that's this one, and you can find it on Heritage Books. See? And I did something different that you won't see in other marriage records. Mine are unique. And what I say by that is because it's the where I found the record here. So it says license and registrar. So I have a copy of the license and the registrar. And then see here, NV paid. It was in the newspaper, and it was a paid article. Somebody paid for it. There are some, I don't see any here right away, but there are some that will say article. That means that the newspaper didn't, these people were wealthy, or they were prominent in the city, and the paper did an article on them. The paper also did listings every month. And then we have 1870. Like I said, I printed, I hole punched, but these are so much nicer. I wish I had known this company way back when. They're pretty, aren't they? Heritage Books. Oops. Little sticky pad on the back. and a little description on the back. And this has also got the sample of the marriage license. And then it goes all the way up to, it's the evolution of the marriage record. And this is the one for 1870. It's got extra lines on it. I think the explanation starts that color was a line item in 1870. And then we've got 1880, and those are the green books. And I've got the maps in here too of what the downtown Norfolk area looked like. And we've also got the marriage license and our index, our marriages. And this one, you see up here, public ledger articles, what I was saying. I had the where I found it. It was in the newspaper. There's a license and a registrar, the name of the groom, the name of the bride, race, age, married or single, place of birth of the groom, place of birth of the bride, name of parents of the groom, name of the bride's parents, and whether or not it appeared in the newspaper. And then we have 1890 to 1899. This is the original, spiral bound. I wonder if this is a new cover. I don't think so. The gold was in the later books. I didn't start the gold till much later. Yeah, it's still the purple. And this one has all of the marriage licenses. Starting with 1850, it shows the evolution. It has the maps in it. And it has the only marriage license written by the bride. If you see it, it's in calligraphy and it's written by the bride. And then you can see the city clerk's handwriting down here. This is the bride's. It's the only one in all 32,000 marriage licenses. It's the only one written by the bride. So what do you think of my books? Huh? And just remember, there's another 24 out there. I've got will books, and I did the City of Norfolk will books. I have 10 of them. I don't actually own. I'm missing 3 of them. I don't have copies of 3 of them. Then I did an index. I did 2 indexes for the will books. One will book has a listing, one index book for the wills. I called the ultimate, has the listing of every single name that had appeared in all 10 books and which book and which page it's on. And then I have a separate index that just lists all the wills and which book and which page it's on. Because there's appraisements, there's inventories, and there's other people. So the one book lists everybody, and the other book just lists the individual who wrote the will. Then we have newspaper books, because when I did the marriage books, as I showed you, I was doing the newspaper also, showing you if the wedding had appeared in the newspaper. And see here, this is my newspaper column here. And so I did an index of just local. I didn't do national. I didn't do kings or queens or stuff like that. If so and so was in town for a wedding, well, then the wedding they were attended, that's an article indicating there was going to be a marriage. Or if someone was in town to attend a funeral, indication of death. And then the newspapers posted a list of the marriages they performed each month. And the whole time I was doing it, I was so pissed off because they they didn't list who died. They just listed what they died of. That I was so annoyed that we didn't get names, because we could really, there are some people out there that could really use some death records. And it was just like, how many people died of cholera, how many people died of influenza, how many people died of smallpox or heart attacks and stuff like that, but never listed the actual names. And you're sitting there going, nah. But those are my books. They're on heritagebooks.com. And be careful. There's 2 heritage books. If you go into searching, I think this is right. Heritage books. There's one that's religious, and then there's one that's genealogy. You want the genealogy one. One is .com and one is .org, I believe. But that's .com. It's heritagebooks.com. So there you go. There's my books. So please check it out, and please hit the like and subscribe. I have surpassed 200. I know the current videos, some of them say, as of this recording, because I did the recordings, I'm several recordings in advance. I'm about 3 weeks in advance of my reading habit. I've read over 94 books this year so far. So please hit the like and subscribe. Please check out the Victoria Thompson. Please check out the Sky O'Malley videos. And be prepared. There's a Sky O'Malley book 7. I cried the entire video. So I thank you for joining me and enjoying. My books have been published. So go out and buy them all. Yeah, right. But anyways, I wish I had my website to share with you, but I don't. Like I said, it was too expensive. And I called them at Christmas. And I said, so is my website still out there in the stratosphere? And the guy said yes. And I was so hoping that he would say, oh, we're running special or something like that. Nope, no special. Oh, I was thinking about doing it, but I didn't do it. But I was thinking about I had to go to my annual checkup today, and they told me I was dead. Do I look dead? It's just normal for me for my heartbeat to be in the basement. It's 45. And apparently I was going to do a thing, but I'm not going to do the thing. But anyways, please hit the like and subscribe. I could use all the support I could get. Thank you.